Hi, and welcome to Indeed 101. My name is Travis Steba. If you're new to Indeed or are looking for a refresher, you're in the right place. In this quick webinar, we're going to cover the first steps to using Indeed to get a job. First, how to set up an account. 2, searching for jobs. 3, building a resume. And 4, how to apply to jobs. At Indeed, our mission is to help people get jobs. As the world's #1 job site, Indeed features listings from major job boards, newspapers, associations, and company career pages. Employers can even post jobs directly to Indeed that may not be available anywhere else. And it is always free for you as a job seeker to find and apply to those jobs. There are many more features and resources available beyond what we'll cover here, but this will get you started. The first step is to set up an account on Indeed. Users can sometimes be confused about whether they have an Indeed account already, since having an account isn't required to search for jobs. Having an account is necessary in order to create a resume on Indeed and communicate with employers. So we recommend setting it up to start and logging in whenever you're on the site. To create an account, open your internet browser and type go.indeed.com/account in the address bar. On that page, enter your email. Retype your email and enter a password. Then click Create Account. Or you can connect your Google or Facebook accounts to log in for easier access. If you want to search Indeed right from your phone, we suggest downloading the free Indeed Job Search app. You can easily search and apply to jobs right from your phone. If you already have an Indeed account, sign in by clicking the Sign In button at the top right of the home screen and enter your email and password. Before you get started in your account, you need to confirm your email. To do this, open your email inbox, open the email from Indeed, and click Confirm Your Indeed account. Once you click this button, a new window will open that says your email address has been confirmed. Indeed has over 25 million job listings. We want to help you find a job, but not just any job. Knowing how to search Indeed can help you find the best job for you. Using Indeed is similar to using a general search engine such as Google. First, in the box labeled What, type a description of the kind of job you're looking for, such as a job title, skill, or employer name. Next, in the Where box, type the city, the state, or the zip code where you want to find a job, or you could even enter remote or work from home here. Finally, click Find Jobs or press Enter on your keyboard to go to your search results page. The search results will contain jobs with all the words in the What box. Indeed searches are not case sensitive, which means you can enter uppercase or lowercase letters and get the same results. The first way to narrow your search results is to be specific about what you're looking for. For instance, if we search sales in Austin, Texas, we get almost 10,000 jobs. But if we search medical sales, we can narrow that down to less than 20 job listings as of today. Another way to narrow in on your best jobs is to filter job search results by salary, location, and type of job on the search engine results page. Use these filters, which are at the top of the search results page, to start seeing jobs that meet your requirements. So, for instance, we can use filters to find only medical sales jobs that are full-time or within 10 miles of Austin. If you are searching and applying to jobs from your phone, you can filter your results to show only those job listings that you can apply from phone. Click the Advanced Job Search link next to the Find Jobs button on your search results page. With Advanced Search, you can narrow or broaden your search based on things like company, salary, or age of the job posting. For example, say you're looking for a role in marketing, but find that many of your search results are for jobs in sales, which is related, but not what you're interested in. You can put sales in the With None of These Words box to filter out those postings. This is also useful for combining searches, like if the role you're looking for has varied titles. So if you're searching for marketing, you could add coordinator, analyst, associate, and any other titles you consider in the With at least one of these words box. Some names and phrases are better known by their abbreviations than their full forms. To make sure you don't miss any jobs, use both abbreviated and unabbreviated forms together. For example, To search for human resources jobs, put both HR and human resources there. Once you've figured out search terms that get you the right results, you can automate your search using job alerts. Job alerts are email updates about new jobs that fit your criteria. It's a convenient way to see new job postings as soon as employers post them. You can create multiple job alerts to be sent to you either daily or weekly. To activate your job alerts, go to the top right of your search results page, enter your email, and click Activate. To set up job alerts on a mobile phone, scroll to the bottom of the search results page, enter your email, and click Activate. Be sure you figure out the best search queries to get the types of jobs you want before setting up a job alert. That way, the email updates are more likely to contain new jobs that are actually a fit for you. If your job alert is too broad, you'll likely get too many emails with jobs you don't want. You can pause, delete, and manage job alert frequency in your account at subscriptions.indeed.com. Next, let's build your resume. The purpose of a resume is to present your most relevant experience and skills in a format that is easy for employers to read. So you might be thinking, I already have a resume I've created in Word. Why should I bother setting up a resume on Indeed? Our data shows that job seekers with a resume on Indeed hear from employers 4 times more often. There's good reason for that. There are benefits to having a resume on Indeed. First, your resume will look great. Indeed formats your resume so it can be shared with employers on mobile, tablet, or desktop. If you want a hard copy of your resume, click the Download Resume button on the right, and it will generate a PDF for you to save or print. Next, with an Indeed resume, it is easier to apply to jobs with just a few clicks, even from your phone. And here's a big one. It allows employers to find you. There are over 3 million employers globally who use Indeed to hire. With a public resume on Indeed, they can search for and find you. Now let's build your Indeed resume. Once you're logged into your account, you can go to my.indeed.com to begin your Indeed resume. Or you can click the person icon in the top right of the Indeed homepage and select Resume from the drop-down menu. You'll be given 2 options, Upload Resume or Build Your Resume. We're going to build a resume today, but the process is similar when uploading. The Resume Builder will take you through 5 key resume elements: the contact information, educational degrees or certifications, work and volunteer experience, skills, and optional components like summary, awards, or job preferences. When you click Build a Resume, you'll be taken through 5 steps that will populate a resume template for you. We're going to walk through those steps now. The first step is to enter your basic contact information. Name and contact information should include your full name, your email address, and a phone number. Use a professional email address that you will check regularly. An outdated email service like Hotmail or Yahoo may signal to employers that you aren't current with technology. You also don't need to include a full home address on a resume. This is personal and sensitive information, so you should be cautious about who you share it with. Employers may make assumptions based on your full address. For instance, employers may assume that based on your address, the commute will be too far for you and screen out your application. The next step will be to add your education. The importance of your educational background will vary based on the job or industry where you're applying. If you haven't completed a degree, you can list the dates you attended or the courses you took. There is no need to include the year you graduated. And unless specified in the job description, you don't need to include your GPA either. For many jobs, an employer needs to know if you have certain licenses or certifications. Use the designated section within Indeed Resume to list any certification or licenses. Click on the plus button to expand this section and enter your information. Next, you'll add your experience. It's not necessary to include everything you did in your past jobs. Instead, focus on achievements and career highlights over responsibilities and duties. Presenting your experience clearly and confidently is key to this section. Here are some tips to make your experience shine to employers. Avoid overused phrases or words that have lost their meaning, like hard worker, motivated, go-getter, people person, or team player. They won't help you stand out from other applicants. Also try to avoid business school jargon, things like synergy, results-oriented, best of breed, or wheelhouse. In addition to any technical skills, be sure to show your soft skills. When employees read your resume, they're looking for any clues about what kind of employee you'll be. So show them your best qualities. For instance, show how organized you are. If the information in your resume is categorized meaningfully and flows naturally, it speaks volumes about how you think and organize your priorities. Don't just say you have a skill, demonstrate it by telling a one-sentence story. Try to give examples of your teamwork, adaptability, creativity or problem solving, communication skills, or your grit and tenacity. Employers want to know that you can work with others, be able to change when the job calls for it, and stick it out when things get tough. Let me give you an example. About this video, I might say that I partnered with internal teams to develop the curriculum, content, script, and then personally perform a training which was recorded and delivered to new users. This one sentence tells a story, and it demonstrates the skills of teamwork, training, content creation, and communication. When it makes sense, you should use numbers and percentages to show your own accountability and how you create results. For example, you could say things like, led process change that increased production by 50%. Next, be sure to take the time to proofread. Resumes with spelling errors or typos are a top complaint of employers, and they certainly don't make you look good. Try reading your resume aloud backwards. It's awkward and time-consuming, but it's a great way to catch minor mistakes that you might otherwise miss. And an outside perspective is always a good idea. Ask a friend, a mentor, or a family member to review your resume. Include prior positions in your work experience. While a long tenure at a job can be impressive, employers are even more interested if you've had an upward progression. This usually means promotion, but it can also mean increased responsibilities. So highlighting how you've grown your responsibilities at a job or how you've held different roles can show employers that you're motivated, resourceful, and have taken the initiative. Use action verbs and quantify your accomplishments. Here are some examples. This is about showing rather than telling what you did. So use strong action verbs like achieved, exceeded, or drove, and quantify what you accomplished. For instance, held weekly status meetings to share process updates could be turned into initiated weekly status meetings to communicate efficiency gains, leading to a 30% reduction in time to resolve. Experience is just one element of why you might be a good candidate for a role. The other is the specific skills you have to do the job. The resume tool may recommend skills to add based on the work experience you entered, but you can also use the text box to enter skills, which will auto-populate known skills as you type in order to assist you. With an Indeed account, you can also take over 50 skills assessments, which are short tests created by psychologists. These tests are related to a variety of industries, including administration, customer service, technology, and sales. You can access them at the bottom of your resume profile below certifications and licenses. Once you've completed an assessment, you have the option to share the results on your saved resume. You can hide these results anytime, but you can't retake an assessment. This new feature can help you stand out by showing employers that you have the skills a job requires in a way that your work history or educational background may not. 75% of your fellow job seekers agree that Indeed assessments is a good way to show employers their skills. And finally, we're going to add some optional components like job preferences, recognition, and a summary or headline statement. A summary can be exactly that, a summary, or it can be an objective/goal statement, which could be useful for briefly explaining any gaps in employment, a change in your career, or why you would be great for a particular job. If you want employers to be able to search for you, set your resume to public. With Indeed Resume, your personal information won't be shown until you agree to communicate with an employer. If your resume is set to private, your resume is hidden in the employer search, but you can still use it to apply to jobs on Indeed. After this training, go ahead and update your resume and continue working on the content. And here's an insider tip. Editing doesn't just keep your resume fresh, it helps increase your chances of being found by employers on Indeed. Resumes that are recently updated get pushed to the top of the search results for employers and are marked recently updated. Resumes updated within the last week are up to 3 times more likely to be contacted than resumes that were not. Therefore, if you are actively searching for a job, then update your resume often, if only a small tweak, so that you get pushed to the top of the list. And that's it. You now have the beginnings of your online resume on Indeed. Let's see what your new resume looks like. Click on Download Resume on your Indeed account. This will download a PDF file that you can open on your computer. Notice that your Indeed resume is already formatted for you. It follows best practice in resume format and is a PDF file, so others can't change or modify your resume. We know that creating your best resume takes work, but it's time well invested. A great resume can help you leave a lasting impression. Though people think that recruiters spend an average of 5 minutes reviewing their resume, in reality, data shows that employers spend an average of 7 seconds reviewing a resume. That's why it's so important for you to make it easy to find key information and to include keywords employers are looking for. Just as you're looking at job listings, employers can search Indeed's resume database to source candidates for open roles. They use the what and where prompts to search for resumes by job title or industry and location, then refine the search using filters or qualifications like education and skills. If you're curious about what it's like for employers using the Indeed resume database, you can take a peek at resumes.indeed.com. And here's a hint. You can also use this as a way to scope out your competition and see what others in similar roles include on their resumes. If you are currently unemployed, one thing you can do right now on Indeed is easily add the hashtag ready to work to your Indeed resume summary. This alerts employers of your immediate availability for any job. This new label makes it easy for employers to find you through a resume database search. You can make that update at my.indeed.com. When you are no longer seeking employment, just remove the hashtag from your profile summary. Now you're ready to apply to jobs. One of your goals as an applicant is to make it crystal clear to a potential employer why you are a great fit for their position. Yet it's hard to know exactly what will help you stand out and increase your chances of getting a job. So we took a close look at how the most successful job seekers are using Indeed. From this study, we learned that there are several things people do while applying to jobs that in some cases dramatically increase their chances of getting a positive response from employers. By far, the most important thing you can do in your job search is to carefully evaluate each job you're applying for. When a job posting piques your interest, ask yourself if it's a job you're qualified for and actually want to do. The right number of jobs to apply for is going to be different for every person. So instead of focusing on the quantity of applications you submit, put your energy into screening each job carefully so you can craft high-quality applications. Here are some healthy habits you can make part of your regular routine when applying to a job. First, always read the job description from start to finish. Next, decide why you want the role. Make sure that your work samples and experience demonstrate that you're a good fit. Take note of any instructions on how to apply, and read and answer all applications carefully. Finally, double-check your responses before you submit. While this approach may increase the amount of time you spend up front, it has the potential to shorten your job search overall, as you submit great applications that employers are more likely to respond to. And now a note about applicant tracking systems. An employer needs to fill a position with the best possible candidate in the shortest amount of time, so they often use an applicant tracking system or an ATS. An ATS is software that parses or breaks down into sections the resume to speed up the screening and selection process. That's why we recommend avoiding complicated resume formats. An ATS may struggle to read unstructured resumes, meaning more important pieces of information may not be recognized, and a resume could be overlooked if it's not formatted correctly. When an employer uses an ATS to screen applications, that sometimes means getting redirected from Indeed to the employer's page where you'll fill in an application. If you are redirected to a company website or an application that is not Indeed's, be sure to read all instructions carefully. You can also apply for many jobs in just a few clicks while never leaving Indeed with your Indeed resume. If you're signed in, applying with your Indeed resume will be the default option for completing an application. When you see jobs that have the Apply with your Indeed resume, Apply Now, or Easily Apply labels, that means your resume is sent directly to the employer through Indeed, rather than redirecting you to a company website or applicant tracking system to re-input all of your resume information. Job applications may look different for each potential employer. Follow the application instructions within the job description you clicked on. For some jobs, you'll be able to attach your Indeed resume, and for others, you'll be prompted to upload your resume as an attachment. Today, mobile job applications are common. In fact, 75% of all job search on Indeed takes place on mobile devices. With your Indeed resume, applying is fast and easy on your phone. If you're signed in, applying with your Indeed resume will be the default option for completing an application. And again, you can also download the free Indeed Job Search app, which allows you to easily apply from your phone as well as access Indeed's other functions. Some employers do not have mobile-friendly applications, but if you're logged into your Indeed account, you can save a job from your phone and apply to it on a computer later. And there you have it. Follow these 4 steps to let Indeed help you get a job. For more information on using Indeed, along with tips and information like addressing the impacts of COVID-19 on your job, visit the career guide by going to Indeed.com/here to help. It's important that you know you're not alone, and we are here to help you. Thanks for tuning in to this webinar, and best of luck to you in your job search. Goodbye.